Keep it short and simple.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. That was a fantastic panel discussion happening on digital customer experience, creating connected experience and engagements. Well done, panel members. Now to move ahead, I have a presentation speaking on banking on Karix for trusted customer experience. To present this particular presentation, I would like to invite Mr. Leon Serrao, Senior Director, Products and Solution, Karix. Over to you, Leon.
All right. Thank you, Jason. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the next 12 minutes, I'm going to speak to you about how we have enabled multiple banks to drive trusted omni-channel digital experience on our platform. I'm going to drive this through a small presentation. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Just give me a minute. All right, Jason, are you able to see it?
Yes, pretty much clear.
Perfect. All right, so before I get into telling you how we've enabled banks, let me first speak to you about who we are, right? Karix Mobile Limited is a solely owned subsidiary of Tanla Platforms Limited. We are a public listed company. We have a market cap of over 11,000 crores, and we've been in business for the last 2 decades. We are also the ones who have sent the first banking SMS in the country. Way back in 2001, we tied up with ICICI Bank to send the first SMS for HNI customers. Today, we process over 40% of India's messages on enterprise messages. We process 70% of the telcos' messages. 8 out of 10 banks with us. And let me show the numbers for yourself and tell you what we do, right? We process about 220 billion messages annually. That's about 20 billion messages on a monthly basis, and about 1 billion messages on some days that touch 1 billion lives in the country. We have 2,000 customers. We have 1,000 odd telco connects. And every second, we send about 20,000 messages over different channels that we have, or SMS, email, voice, to different consumers in the country. By the end of this presentation, at least 25 million people would have received an SMS or an email or a voice call or WhatsApp from our platform, right? Now, how do we do all this? Now, we've built a great ecosystem. Tanla plus Karix have built a great ecosystem. We have enterprises on one end, right from BFSI, e-com, you could think of Facebook, Google, you can name all the different enterprise. They send messages, and we have built different solutions on top of our products. They're run through different journeys, whether it's acquisition, engagement, transaction-driven messages, or even for your retention of your customers. The requests come into this platform, we process, generate content, and then send it to our channels. Now, these channels are not just channels that we connect to an operator. In the most cases, we have our own infrastructure to deliver these messages, whether it comes to SMS, voice, email, or others. We have set up our own infrastructure. In fact, Tanla today manages over 70% of India's SMS and SMS infrastructure for the telcos in the country. So we don't even, when you send a message to us, you don't send a message to us. We even take care of signaling out the message to the customers on the other end. And we touch over 1 billion lives on some days, generally. Now, here are some solutions that we've built for banks. We have in different journeys. In terms of acquisition, we do conversational banking. We have automated your customer onboarding. On transactions, we've done great alerts. We've done send out card statements. We have a fraud management system. We do pretty much any top form of transactions for our customers. We also have a division which does a great engagement using our marketing automation platform, the division we call Gamuga. This platform helps drive AI-driven customer engagement programs for a lot of e-com companies, and banks. On the other end, we also do a lot of retention campaigns. So not only do we look at acquiring and keeping customers, but we also help to retain customers or bring them back. We have NLP-driven chatbots that help drive conversations with the consumer, right, to understand problems and to give them solutions. We've done loyalty offers to bring back customers. We do customer satisfaction score polling and a lot more, right? Let me talk to you of in the next couple of minutes on some of the real use cases that we've done with the banks. Axis Bank, right? One of the third largest bank in the country, right? I'm sure in the pandemic, all the banks and BFS sector have seen a surge in your call center calls. Predominantly, the branches are closed, and there is no one to give you information or provide you service. Sometimes mobile app becomes too much of an information clutter, and they need an alternate, easy, simple way to communicate. And we've built that over our omni-channel conversational platform, which has conversations over SMS, over WhatsApp, over web, or any other interface. We've built great user stories. You see on the left is a live, a screenshot from the Axis Bank bot. You can see that you have options to your account balances, do FD services, loan. You could check your credit card statement and everything. It makes consumers' life simple. Most of your banking services are directly accessible to you on the mobile app or on the web. Another interesting thing that we did. So I've also tried to showing a simple journey here. Today, to create awareness, we have published a missed call number, or when a user is there on an IVR and is waiting for more than X number of seconds, we send out a message saying, would you want to receive a WhatsApp message and get your query answered? And as soon as we do that, we send out a notification and start the journey on WhatsApp. We could send an SMS and take him to a web bot. We could do that across any channels that we want. I have another use case here that we've done for Axis Bank, was to help them convert or upsell. With the pandemic and branches closed, it was very hard to get a lot of cross-selling products. We were not able to cross-sell insurance, not able to convert large credit card transactions into EMI. Now what we've done is we've included a web bot link into an SMS. It said, do you want to convert this into EMI? You click on the link, you land to a page, and with the conversation about a chatbot, you convert a large transaction into an EMI. This brought a conversion from a 1% conversion ratio to about 8% conversion ratio. And the NPS score that we've achieved is about 89%, as against 57% that we achieved in the previous non-digital channels. AU Bank. AU Bank was a wonderful use case. We worked with them to do their 100% customer onboarding over WhatsApp. Absolutely secure, fully compliant to the regulation, including the other authentication, right? We've done all that journey. We've also done a lot of customer support and engagement solutions for AU Bank. All that was part of this solution that we built, right? Within the first 2 weeks, we got over 500 savings accounts activated on WhatsApp. The onboarding journey was just brought down to 5 minutes by just a conversation, and the account was activated, right? We also did send out email alerts to drive this. We did a lot of activities for AU Bank. We also did an interesting campaign for AU Bank in the pandemic, where we wanted to help AU Bank generate leads. So what we did was we had a campaign for consumers to thank their doctors by generating a greeting card. So you come to the WhatsApp bot, you say, I want to thank my doctor for his wonderful service that is done during my Corona times. He sends in the name, sends in the mobile number, and a wonderful greeting gets generated and the users forwarded it. Within 2 days, we generated 13,000 leads, right, of doctors, HNI customers who actually went ahead and thanked their doctors for their help. So that is another use case that we've done with the AU Bank. HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank is one of our flagship customers. We've done a lot of omni-channel communications for them. We do SMS, we do email, we do voice, right? We do multiple other channels. We have other channels on WhatsApp, we have RCS. All these channels we've used and helped them engage customers, right? We've done some interesting things. We've done SMS promotions. We've also done promotions when based on the ATM, based on where they withdraw money, the consumer withdraws money or ATM location, we identify what are the local offers that are running within ATM, within that, around that ATM. We send those messages to the user. We do advanced analytics. We also manage the regional, relationship manager feedback. Our AI system identifies important customers that need to be selected, to be engaged with. It informs the huge network of 1,000 relationship managers on the field. These relationship managers then contact the corresponding HNI customers, understand cross-sell products, and then report back, right? We've done a great feedback app, and we've done similar other solutions. So this is, in a nutshell, about some of the solutions. But I'm here to talk to you about something more, the next phase or the next level of disruption in the CPaaS industry. It's about security, right? See, we've been in business for over 2 decades. And in the last 2 decades, we've seen many customers come back to us with some problems that we didn't have complete answers, and now we do, right? The first one is data security. Data security has gone to a next level. Gone are the days where enterprises were the ones who were concerned about security. Today, consumers are concerned about security. If you see a simple message on WhatsApp, data being leaked, lost millions of users from WhatsApp, and they went to Telegram, even a good brand like WhatsApp, right? Imagine the level of trust that a consumer has on a bank, the security and the level of information that you need to store, right? And how is that journey handled over an SMS or email or a different channel? That's important for the customer. Second is user privacy or data privacy. Now, many a times there are man-in-the-middle attacks who intercept these messages, profile customer data. If you remember, there are a lot of cases. If you see, even not just in India, there are a lot of leakages on messaging data. In the US also, you see a lot of it. There's Voxvo, there's True Dialogue, where millions of American data was leaked out into the market, right? And the data was being profiled, and a lot was done, right? This is predominantly because of the way our overall ecosystem is designed, right? We have enterprises on one end. They then have the aggregators or different players who process messages, and then we have the telco operators, and finally the user. Now, what you see here is the message goes to all these players before it gets delivered, and sometimes these intermediaries cause QoS problems because there are multiple failure points here, right? Now, we try to avoid these failure points, and we want to see if we can improve quality of service. We wanted to have a system that's reliable and trustworthy, so when a consumer calls the bank and asks what happened to my SMS, I should be able to, as a bank, should be able to tell the consumer that this message was failed because they were out of network at this point in time, backed up by some technology, right? All this and more, right? And this is what we wanted to cover up as part of our solution. And against this, what we realized is that there are different stakeholders that we work with. We have worked with telcos, we work with enterprises, we are different service providers or aggregators who are also part of this ecosystem that need to be collaborated. And to collaborate all this, we brought all of these players into one large intelligent network, which we call Wisely. Wisely is our next generation platform for CPaaS to give you secure, trustworthy communications. It's a blockchain enabled and has a lot of great features. This is how it works. You have what we've done is we built a piece of software. We're giving it to the enterprise. We built a huge hub in between, and then we have a piece of software that we're giving telco. So when you submit a message to the end to this piece of software that we're given to you and inside your premise, this message encrypts the message, sends the encrypted message to the telco, and at the telco then decrypts it just before the signaling point, and then signals out the message to the user's handset. What this means is end-to-end messages encrypted. There is no person in between who have access to your content. Now, some of the key features that we have on this particular platform is end-to-end encrypted, is blockchain enabled. Blockchain by design is immutable. It is the same reason that Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of the cryptocurrency uses the platform. It is because it's trustworthy. And we've used blockchain on this particular platform to track your transaction on the way you communicate with the consumer. So tomorrow when somebody says, why didn't I get my EMI alert for my message? And I should have got it before you press charges. Then you have a blockchain-enabled technology to say, hey, I did send you this message. This is the time where I got the message which was processed. And I'm going to show you an example around this. We had the settlement report in analytics, a greater set of services. So All in all, what we offered is a secure, transparent, intelligent, and adaptable platform for businesses to communicate with their consumers. This platform was built by Microsoft. Microsoft is our technology partner. They have helped us build this platform, and we together are marketing this in the to different businesses. We already have about a good number of banks already adopted this, and this we definitely see as a huge disruption in the market. So let me just show you some a power of the blockchain capability, right? Let me go ahead, key in a number, submit this request, and I generate something called an SSOT report, a report which gives me a trace of the message. It tells me the time at which it was an enterprise end, time at which it was a telco end, and the time at which it was received the handset, and then back. All this information is picked from the blockchain, if you see in this report, and the blockchain IDs are right available
Well,
on the
Leon,
report.
sorry to cut you out there. Well, we are running out of time, Leon. I would just
Yes.
request you to kindly conclude with your presentation.
Sure, I'm almost done. This is not just on the last
Yeah,
slide.
sure.
So just to conclude, why work with us? We have a great pedigree of services. 8 out of 10 banks work with us. Some of our customers are long-standing. An average experience of our customers is about 8 A's with us. We have a 24/7 customer support and everything that you could ask us. We have a digital booth set up. Please come to us and talk to us. We'll be happy to answer all your queries and speak to you about what solutions and how we could help you. Thank you, and enjoy your today's session.
Thank you so much for that presentation, Leon. It was indeed a wonderful one. Given that said, I will definitely be looking forward to having Karix featured in our upcoming banking editions as well. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.